Ladies and gents, this is the moment.
Hello and welcome to That's PTX To Me, a podcast where us Pentaholics discuss the latest and greatest from our favorite acapella superstars, Pentatonix, and celebrate the amazing Pentaholic community. This is our 56th episode, recorded on Thursday, April 28th, 2022. My name is Hassan. Hello, everyone. Guess what? We're joined by the one and only Karen.
Hello.
How are you, Karen?
Hi, guys. This is my favorite time of the month, is to be with you guys. I've missed you. It feels like it's been longer than just a few weeks, but yeah.
I know. I'm so used to like these long gaps, but we're
I
back
know.
at it on a schedule, which is
know.
exciting. And, speaking of just like the regular schedule and how we do things, we can't do this podcast without Catie. How are you, Catie?
Hi! I didn't know where you were going with that, with like the being on schedule and things like. I'm so thankful that we got on a schedule and that we're having fun, and I get to see y'all's cute faces.
Yay.
It's exciting. Speaking of schedules, by the way, just so you all know, the way that we're going to be doing things going forward is our episodes will be uploaded to a variety of podcasting platforms on the first Friday of every month.
Yes.
Now, for those watching live, you'll get a little bit earlier as we record it. So this episode, for example, will go out the first Friday
6th.
of May. May 6th. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So that's how we're going to do things going forward. That way you always know the first Friday of the month, you can look out for the episode and get to enjoy it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, Audible, and all the stuff. It's out there, everything. just go check it out.
We promise it'll be there and it'll be fun. But I think that it'll be fun to have a good routine and a good consistency, especially for the one who sometimes forgets to upload things, So yeah, be on the lookout. May 6th.
I can't believe it's almost May. This is freaking me out.
It's gonna be May.
By the way,
did
I
this
kind of
to
want to
my
like.
kids today, and they had no idea that what I was singing.
Oh no, that's sad.
I kind of want to say hi to everyone in the chat because we got a few
I was
people
just
in
looking
there.
that up. I want to see.
Yeah, go for it. Let's say hi to everyone.
I want to see who's here. Do we have people? Do we actually have people watching?
We do. I see.
Hey,
I see.
Ben! Beauty.
What?
Robin. Hi, Joel. Hi, Taylor.
What's up, everyone? By the way, to everybody listening, we're going to try and make this a little more interactive as well. So we have a few little things throughout this episode where we're going to be like, hey, chat, talk to us, tell us things. So it'll be fun.
Too.
Get ready. It's a brainstorm. Beautiful. Also, we want you to, like, when we have these things, like, let's do the comments too and listen to see what they think, like a live episode.
Yeah.
I'm doing the
I like
Kirsten like squint at the comments.
Next question.
Next question.
Very fun. Is it me? Is it my turn?
Next up is, I believe so.
Is that a good segue? Is it me?
Is it me?
Is it me you're looking
All
for?
Right. Is it me? Okay, it's time for Song of the Week. Yay!
Song of the week.
I love this time.
Song of the
We
week.
get to share the songs that are at the top of our playlist this week. And I think we have another really eclectic and weird selection of songs. So let's get right into it. I will start with Catie's song today because I don't know that I know it.
Okay, so I have not gotten the chance to see Six the musical, but I am dying to see Six the musical. And it's basically like the 6 wives of Henry VIII, like divorced, beheaded,
yeah.
died, divorced, beheaded, survived.
Yeah.
They started off, it's like a rock concert. Like it's like a legit, it started off as like a British, like a rock concert, and they're like, I'm done with this dude, like basically having this whole narrative, and we're just like one line in a stupid poem, like over it. We're taking over, we're taking back like the narrative. So they each have their song. And I did Don't Lose Your Head, right?
Yes.
Okay. I was debating between 2, but the one that I chose was Anne Boleyn's song Don't Lose Your Head, because it's so kind of, I don't want to say dark, but like she's basically cheating on the king, and she's like, huh, like no big deal, like you shouldn't, like it's just me.
I totally
I'm just
won't get murdered about this. Yeah.
And it's
okay. Cool.
hysterical, and it's so funny, and it's she's got like little background singers that are do. It's really funny, and like it's amazing, and it's fast. We love it. Honestly, it was really hard to choose which song, as you can tell, by asking which one I actually ended up choosing, because I love all of them.
Okay.
But listen, we love a powerhouse like rock performance like that in the musical theater world. 6 is one of those musicals that got hit hard with the corona. See, Robin knows.
Mm-hmm.
But they started pretty much right before COVID, and kind of got the brunt.
I'm gonna have to check that out. It sounds
but it's
right up my alley.
You would love you. There's one in particular. I'll send it to you right now. But.
Okay. I love that. Well,
yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. And all right, Hassan, tell us about your song.
All right. So as usual, my source of music comes from TikTok.
It's TikTok.
As always. And I chose Charlie Puth's song Light Switch. And it's a fun one because basically what he's been doing on TikTok for a while is posting little things of he's like, I got this idea for a song, and he'll kind of like hum it out and like say like, you know, like, oh, this is kind of catchy. I need like a sound effect or something. And he's like banging random things on the desk and like flipping stuff. And then he flips a light switch and he's like, oh, wait a second. That's kind of cool. And he like, you know, tries it out and posted that to TikTok, and it went like viral. And then he's like periodically posting updates, like maybe I'll turn this into an actual song, and like showing little pieces of the process of him creating this song. And it's got, you know, the little light switch sound effect in it. So it was kind of a creative little thing that he did. And it turned into a really cool, fun, catchy song. And it was just fun to like see his process in putting that together. Right. And now, of course, that turned into like a whole TikTok trend of like people pretending to like, you know, find some random sound effect and turn it into a song. But it just like, it went crazy. Now he's actually doing that he did it for some other songs. I think there's another one that just released. And, you know, he has a whole album that he's putting together. But it's kind of a cool way to like bring people in on the process of you know,
love
creating
that creative
music.
inclusion.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Love that.
Charlie Puth. Very cool. Well,
what's your song?
As expected, it does not fit in within either of those two at all. This is a major throwback, and there's kind of a story behind it. I am a singer in a cover band called
oh my god
called Karen and the Dad Bods, and it's me and my husband and some of the guys from my worship team at church, and we just get together and do performances for our friends and do like, I mean, everything from country to current pop to, I mean, really everything. And one of the songs that we're doing right now is called The Freshman by the Verve Pipe. And this is a song that came out in 1996 when I was a freshman in high school. So please don't do the math as to how old that makes me now. But it is, it's one of those songs that I remember listening to on the radio in high school. I remember buying, okay, for those of you who are younger, before there were CDs, there were cassettes, and you could buy, there were these little tapes. Okay. I know it sounds really weird, but
Wild.
you can, in addition to cassettes, there were cassette singles, or singles as we called them, where you could get like just one or two songs at a time on a cassette. And I remember listening to this song to the extent that I broke the tape. Like I listened to it too and rewound it too many times that I broke it. So it's one of those songs that is absolutely a one-hit wonder. I don't think this band has done anything before or since, but it's one of those songs that I hear it and my body betrays me and I instantly break into like tears, like just emotional. So yeah, my boss plays like this weird 90s alternative play, like Pandora station, and it came on a couple weeks ago and I was just weeping at my desk. I didn't even know why. I was like, I don't know. So that's like the power of music is that. So I was like, I told my other band members, I was like, we have to sing this song at our next thing. And so we've been practicing it all week, and so it's in my head, and that is why I chose it. So please check it out. It's really kind of just dark and angsty and just very 90s, and I love it a lot. So yeah.
Did you tweet about that?
I don't, maybe. I think
about like your boss, like
yeah, I think I did.
Okay. Oh yeah, because I remember wondering, like, I wonder what he's playing.
Yeah, he does that every now and then. He plays like Counting Crows, Pandora all the time, and I just sit at my desk and cry. Like, oh God.
Y'all, how iconic is it that he's in this band? I'm obsessed.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I know that's just an example of one of many examples of how music just has a visceral effect on the person. Like you can't even explain it. It just happens. So
oh my God, everyone's fangirling over you. Everyone's like
Robin's like, we love you, kid.
Oh yeah,
nice.
and then we got Robin said, we love you, kid. And then like, oh my God, really, kid? Oh yeah, we're fanning. We're fanning.
Yes, I am in a cover band. It's pretty
pretty
awesome. Hi, Zoe.
Oh.
Hi. We have a guest.
She wants to help me. We also need to say two things. Can I say two things? Thank you.
Yeah.
One, Lucian, our incredible helper and friend and love of our life, gave us all of the information for our Spotify that was created last summer. Almost a year ago, I think.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But all of our past songs of the week are there, and we're so thankful for that, and we're so thankful that Lucian remembered to let us have that information so we could continue
so that we can update
it. But also drop your songs of the week in the chat, because I think that would be fun to see. One, if we know any of them. But...
yeah, it'd be fun. Let us know.
Very cool. All right. Well, that's it for Song of the Week. You know, I love that section because I get to hear new music, and it just amazes me every time when they're really different like they are today. That it's like, we're really good friends, and yet our taste in music is really different sometimes. So
that's what I love about this band has such an eclectic.
It really does.
Taste in music. So
yeah, it's definitely like a reflection of the band as well, for sure.
You know,
Robin
what
says
really
she listens to our playlist every day. What?
That's awesome.
Exactly.
That's dope. I love that.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, and song of the week for Robin is Anima by Rihanna.
I don't know that either. Look at me
Wait, hold
learning
on.
things.
We'll have to
How did I
check that
miss?
one out.
Writing down.
Sign of the Times by Harry
Oh,
Styles from Joel.
good song. I love
Who
that
did
song.
that?
Joel.
Joel?
Joel, I got to go to Harry Ween on Halloween
Really?
in New York, and it was one of the most crazy
That's
awesome.
the worst name for a party I think I can actually imagine.
Harry Ween?
Yes!
That's what he named his concert in Madison Square Garden.
All right, well, okay, it's a choice.
I'm gonna tell Harry. His feelings will be hurt.
Okay.
He didn't mean that.
Well,
Oh,
Maybe
you know what
something else
also
that we
has
usually
an
do.
eclectic taste? Is tweets. And so now we're gonna do guys.
Good save.
I'm
Good
glad we're
save.
live because I would have totally been like, Lucian, edit it out.
Nope, you gotta leave it in.
No, we're gonna leave it in. And we're
All
also gonna
natural.
leave in. Silly stuff. Where does one begin? You know, with tweets? Do you ever think about that? Like, where does one begin?
Where does one begin?
You know what?
Typos, that's where I begin, but
True.
Where does it all end? With Elon Musk? I don't know.
oh no. I know. Do you guys have backups? Like, are we all moving to WhatsApp if Twitter like doesn't work? Like, what's our plan? What's our
Yeah.
strategy?
Yeah. WhatsApp of the week.
I can't do Instagram. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Like, I can post, but it's not a place to be social. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I can't do it. It's not like in chronological order. I can't stand
I'm not
it.
arguing
It's
with
too
you.
much.
I am not arguing with you with that. Bad,
Okay.
I promise.
I'm with you.
I'm silently agreeing with you. But the tweet that I keep coming back to, because to be quite honest, a lot of the other tweets that I would want to highlight, we are going to be discussing later on in our little shindig of a party. But the one that I'm going to choose is Mr. Matt Sully, because he said, every time I land back in LA, I'm taken to the deepest, or I take the deepest breath. He said, I'm take the deepest breath, but I'm assuming he says, I take the deepest breath and realize
Twitter
how much
typo,
this feels like
yeah.
home. And then he said, grateful. And like, it just really made me flash back to his like dreamer speech that he would give on the first tour about like how hard he worked to be exactly where he is. And like, I just love that he still, 5 years in?
Yeah, I just saw on Twitter floating around, like he's been with the band almost as long as like Avi was with the band. Like it's been like
it's about
that
even
long,
now.
you know,
but like the newness and like the gratefulness and the excitement, it's still like so evident in like his eyes and his face and his attitude and like.
But what a glow up that he feels like California is home now. Like that's big. That's a big step.
I know.
That's like, wow. That feels permanent and that's exciting. Like it doesn't feel like, oh, I'm going to do this for a while. It feels like this is my job in my life. That's really awesome.
Yeah. I'm happy for him. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's happy now.
Ben says we should be live on TikTok if things change. I can be into that. I spend too much time on TikTok.
I have a problem.
Like I have to set it. I have to set like a clock. I will be on it.
I legit tried to film a TikTok at school today during my planning, and then I was like, I no, Catie, stop.
I love how extra you are. It's my favorite thing.
Well, one thing that we can surely count on, though, is that PTX is always up to something. And
they are.
I wonder, where they are now.
Sometimes it's hard to keep up with Where are you now that I need you?
So we had this like packed episode last time that was like
We did.
everything happening, and we were so excited for everyone, and then it just didn't end because now, hello.
So you're about to be like, and this one's kind of dull. No. Okay, good. I'm glad that that's where you were. Okay.
Yeah.
Phew.
Just Scott and Mark getting engaged. Just
Like,
no big deal, right?
They're engaged. They're engaged.
I cried for
it was
48
so
hours straight,
romantic and
guys.
beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Karen, how many times have you cried about it?
I lost track at about 9 times. Like I was just like, I can't cry about it.
Literally the cutest things in the entire world. And it's
so
the
much
Cardi
joy.
love rings. And it's so
fancy. It was perfect. It was
I thought you were
perfect.
yelling at me to stop. Sorry.
No, I could talk about it a while. It was a beautiful proposal. It's a beautiful relationship. I feel like, I don't know, because I feel like I've been waiting for it for a while. Like, I feel like it's been, I don't know. I feel like
I almost had to do a double
take
take of like, wait, they aren't engaged already?
Right.
Oh yeah, that's right. Like, yeah.
They did some
It just
pictures,
feels
like
so
a photo
natural,
shoot,
with them
like a
together.
year ago, and I was like, this smells like a proposal.
I agree.
And then it wasn't, and I was like, okay, but
I feel this way about a lot of them, but the confidence and just the I'm me and I'm pretty great that Scott seems to have just radiating from him, especially it's great, and I'm so happy. What a fun place to celebrate it
what
as
a
well, and the
gorgeous
fact
setting.
that Connie and Rick got to celebrate with them too, that just made me so happy.
Yeah. Well, and I kind of got the vibe too that there may have been something planned earlier, but he didn't want to step on Kirsten's announcement, which I think, I don't know, maybe I'm reading into it, but he was so overwhelmed whenever they sang happy birthday to Mark at her shower. Do you remember that? He's like, I can't believe how selfless they were to take time out of their day to sing to him. That's crazy. And I don't know, maybe I'm reading into that, but it felt like, we were trying to not impose on your day at all with our news.
That melts my heart.
Yeah. I don't know. I just thought that was super sweet that they did that anyway, but I don't know. I saw on Connie's Facebook, she's ready to start planning the wedding. She's let's get going.
Listen,
she's excited.
I guarantee you there have already been all the meetings.
I know it. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine how fancy this event's gonna be, Catie? It's gonna be I can't wait. I cannot wait.
It is gonna be amazing. I bet, what if Lauren sings?
Of course she will. Oh no. No, I'm thinking about that.
Well, okay. I mean, remember Scott and Lauren sang at Lindsay's?
That's right. Oh wow.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure.
I love that they are such a family where it's you need to have your, because me and my sisters have to have those conversations all the time. It's I don't want to step on it's that's so kind.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. And I mean, they're all family at this point. I think there's that mutual respect that they have with each other that's really amazing. So I don't know. I'm very excited. Yeah. I'm very excited for it's going to be fashionable. It's going to be fashionable. So I'm excited about that.
I cannot wait. And the littles will be running.
Oh, all the little. Oh,
I
yes.
know. Some of them aren't so little anymore.
I know. Landon's
Landon's a kid.
He's a full kid. He's playing baseball
he's
with
on a traveling baseball
now.
team.
I saw that. Yeah,
kid.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I think it was. Oh, speaking of that, Landon apparently learned how to text from Connie's iPad or something.
Oh, I saw that. That was so funny.
He like mentioned, or Connie mentioned, and I'm only using this to segue into, they got to see the Atlantis concert.
Yes, they
in the
did.
Bahamas that they did.
Which is like, I honeymooned in the Bahamas, so I'm like the most jealous that everybody got to go out there. I'm like, it's beautiful out there. So
it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I love it. And they had they brought back some goodies. So they started with Sing, obviously.
Wow.
Y'all, she's back. Daft Punk
Flashy flashback.
Daft Punk and what a back-to-back.
They did. Oh my gosh, are you kidding?
They said,
I haven't seen this yet. I'm sorry. I'm behind.
And we're going to give you Aha because we can.
That's wild.
Evolution of Pentatonix, I'm sure they did the evolution, like went through some of their like, stop calling. Kevin, obviously, with his cello boxing. It's a cello boxing solo.
Cello boxing, sure.
Oh
my gosh, they really did bring some.
Then we did
Havana.
It's a lot of classics.
I haven't done that one live in a while.
Okay. The Sound of Silence and Natural Disaster / Cracked doing
love that mashup
back to back.
Me too. It's so brilliant.
That is.
Yeah, that's a lot. My throat hurts like just looking at this.
I was about to say that is like some bass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scott's doing some work in that section right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kevin and Matt doing their little goofy.
Fun. I wonder, did they put a new one together, or is it the same kind of thing they've been doing?
It just says sing along.
Okay. I'm curious. I'm jealous of everybody.
If you were there, please let us know. Then it says home live debut. I wonder if they did the home medley.
I think it was the home medley is what I saw. So I guess this is the first time they did that live. Then
think about it. It
came out in 2020.
That's pretty crazy.
That's right.
That's such an interesting. I mean, you have so many like songs to go back to one of the songs from like the quarantine time to kind of bring in to do like. It's interesting. I mean, I'm not complaining. I think it's cool, but like, it's such an interesting choice of songs. You know?
Wow.
I wonder if they were trying to mix in like covers, originals, and medleys to show their like
their big range. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, do I see Evolution or like the Michael Jackson medley on here? I don't. But like, no one asked me on that one. Then we got I Just Called to Say I Love You,
which is genuinely one of my very favorites of theirs.
It's just
like the way it ends. I'm just like, okay, I'm here. I'm alive.
Then we had Happy Now.
Aw, I always love when they do that one live.
Hallelujah.
Of course.
My everything.
Into Imagine.
Into Imagine. And just in case.
Just in case you're not weeping.
Had some single tears left. They said, we're going to bring it home On My Way Home.
We're going to just punch Hassan right in the face and do On My Way Home.
Wow, that's just like rude. How could you do that?
So rude.
There's no more emotions left after that.
That really literally sounds like, that's like a direct...
That's like what isn't that what I did at Pentacon? Like something along these lines?
We don't discuss
that kind of combo.
Somebody get him off this channel.
You know,
PTX
you're right
was
when
like,
you start getting yelled at immediately.
I know, they're like, we're gonna
but like
do
by
exactly
multiple
that.
people. Like it would get quiet for like 2 seconds, and then everybody we would just take turns being like, "Who's mad at Hassan?"
Me, still mad.
I'm still mad. Still mad.
But then there's the encores too.
Oh, good grief.
Not done yet.
Oh, love you. Listen, Love You Long Time.
Love You Long Time. And then Bohemian Rhapsody.
Wait a minute. Love You. They did.
Love You
I did
Long
not
Time
see the encore.
It's so very special to me. I can't even talk about that. Okay.
The choreo that
No.
they added to Love You Long Time
Was a personal attack on my mental health, but it's fine.
I almost want to say, I mean, I'd have to like spot check this. It almost feels like there's at least one song from every album they've done except for the Christmas stuff.
Right.
Is what it feels like. It really feels like
does feel like
there's something from everything.
like an anthology or something. Like
Yeah,
mean,
I see
shall
PTX
we?
Volume 1, 2,
Shall we?
3. I see the home EP.
got the original album.
got the original album.
What about the first original? Oh, Sing. Yeah. Okay, both
Yeah.
original albums.
Yeah.
Because Happy Now.
Happy Now.
PTX Volume 4 is on here as
And
well.
5 with Imagine.
Oh yeah.
What about Top Pop?
Havana is on top.
Havana.
Pop.
Yeah. So then I think
Wait a minute. And Bohemian Rhapsody is the classics too.
yeah.
Mm,
So I think they covered every
I think they did.
On
See,
Christmas
that's the
album.
thing. I really think they were like, we're gonna show what we can do.
Mm-hmm. Well, also doing stuff that's not on records, like Sound of Silence, and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
cool.
And then the sing off stuff with the evolution.
Right.
And then they really covered everything.
Y'all want to
It was-
know where y'all can see this beautiful masterpiece of a performance in person?
Is the whole
The
show out there somewhere?
Hollywood Bowl.
Oh, look at you segueing.
I love watching Karen figure that get the connection live. She's like,
I'm just trying to have a conversation.
I think to that the bowl is a big deal to them. I feel
For
like
sure.
it's Madison Square Garden level happy. We did this. Maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong.
It's a
Yeah,
pretty big deal. Pretty big.
But
it really is.
VIP tickets go on sale.
Mm-hmm. May 3rd. Am I making that up?
I think so. I have a
think
lot of
that's the
things going
3rd.
on May 3rd. So
Honestly,
anytime someone asks me is something on May
Yeah,
3rd.
let's
Mhm.
see what it is.
Let's
PTX. Tickets go on sale public May 3rd.
okay.
There's a pre-sale that happened for patrons.
Right.
Yeah. So if you're a patron, go get your stuff now. And if not, it's coming up #soon.
By the time you listen to
I'm gonna
this,
need
it'll
you
probably
to
be
look
sold out once we upload it. So, you never know.
It's so weird to think that normally I would be I wonder if I could swing that and make that happen.
Right.
But I don't know where I'm gonna be.
That's true. #nomad. Don't be stressed. You're okay.
2008.
You're okay.
It's
Take
gonna
a
be
breath.
great.
You got this. You got this.
It's exciting.
I am excited for you.
We don't talk about Top Pop.
Hey, hey. That's
Yeah,
what
what's
I
wrong
listen
with-
to in the car.
What's going on with
a
Top
whole
Pop? I
lot.
love Top Pop. It's a good one.
I memorized all of Scott's parts and that whole album. So I'm ready. If he gets sick, I'm ready to take over.
Havana came out on my birthday, so
Oh, cool. Katie and Karen have a good friend relationship. You better believe it. She's my person.
you're
Oh, so much exciting things. So
Yeah.
many things.
Tessa's this is uncomfortable.
No. Well, there's another exciting thing happening, and that is that Kevin has started a podcast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was
I
doing the countdown tease, and I was
And then
like, okay, I know now who's the one in the band who's like, guys, a countdown.
But then
And then
he
he's
didn't
like, you know
make
what?
it.
Forget the countdown.
He didn't make
let's
it.
just
He's
skip
like,
the
I know I
number."
have 2 days left. Let's just do it.
I'm just gonna do it.
It's
Yeah.
so funny. I'm the worst, and I have not had time to listen to it yet. But I know it's going to be, amazing because it's
No,
Kevin.
I think you're I don't think that makes you the worst because like you feel like
Have
you
a
need to
few
give it
things
like the
going on.
valuable amount of time to appreciate, and so you're not
Right.
going
I
to
don't
rush
want to
it.
listen to it at work because then I'll not. Something has to suffer if I listen to it at work. So, and I don't want either of them to
I
be.
can't suffer
Yeah.
when you're dealing with all of that.
Right.
I like how Kevin too was like, he mentioned this a while ago. He's like, I'm thinking about doing this. Would y'all be interested? And then he made it happen. Put it all
I'm about
together.
to say something, and it's going to sound really narcissistic, which is not normal coming from me. But like, I feel like Candace loved being on our podcast, and she was like, "Hey, I'm going to do a podcast," and now she's like, got sponsors and is
I
like
know.
killing the game at podcasts. And then I feel like Kevin, it froze.
Oh.
We see you.
No, it just says in the chat it froze.
Oh, and the I'm still seeing it on mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then Kevin was like, "Oh, I want to do." Who knows? But like, I love.
So what you're saying is, it's all because of us.
You know what, Hassan? You said it.
as long as you said it and it wasn't one of us, then I'll take it.
I can go to the grave saying, "I never said it."
I mean, if A plus B.
Okay, but you know what that means, though? In order to close the circle, what needs to happen?
Kevin needs to be on our podcast, right?
There it is. There it is.
Yeah, I agree.
Full circle.
Mm-hmm.
Simple geometry. Shapes.
We should mention so the podcast is called the Imagine Faith Talk. So if you're interested, search up that title, and it's out there.
Yeah, give it a rating.
Mm-hmm.
Let them know that. Yeah, exactly. That's PTX To Me sent you.
Oh, that's good.
All of a sudden, me and Hassan are on the same wavelength.
I love that.
Exactly. There you go.
That's good.
Yeah. But that's exciting. The Hollywood Bowl is exciting. There's a new podcast. They did the Atlantis concert. It was the first time knowingly Kirsten was on stage singing and performing with that little baby bump like it was no big deal. The fact that we unknowingly saw her perform with little baby bump,
that's so special. That's really awesome.
Destroys me inside a little bit. That should also help me bring up the fact that I made sure to put in our little docket of things to discuss. I think it's very necessary to say to everyone that Kirsten is still pregnant and being stinking adorable, and she and Selena are pregnant at the same time.
That is really awesome.
Went to each other's baby showers, and it was really cute.
That is really cool.
And Angelica was at the baby shower, so I got to see my queen in pictures this time. So, anyways,
can't wait.
There is so much speculation on when the actual due date is, and I love that because it's so much more fun than like someone being like,
"Here's the date."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really do want her to. I know I told you I was pregnant, but then I just fell off the planet, and then here's my baby. Like, just show up. Yeah.
Totally could happen.
Totally could. Do we want to talk about the TikTok about the parental advice that she was given? Because I haven't laughed that hard in a while. Like, just the way, I mean, obviously the advice part was hilarious, but the way Scott and Mitch and Matt like popped into frame, I was wheezing with laughter. It was so.
They were such goofs.
They're effortlessly so funny when they're all together, and I think people forget that sometimes. Like, because they are very separate people, but when they're together, they're so funny.
Right. And we also like don't know how often they get together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Especially now. Like, if they're not actively recording or touring, like, how much time are they spending together? We don't know. But but it seems like, I mean, they've just got such a fun rapport with each other. And I mean, the trio, of course, has always had that. And then I think Kevin adds a little bit of a different dynamic to it. And then Matt's dynamic is really fun too. So like kind of youthful and I don't know.
Yeah, it's cool because like they've become a family, but now they're all also like starting families, and like
grown-ups.
it's just like a cool dynamic now that they can all relate in a whole different way as well.
Hey, someone get him
That's
off.
so fun to see.
Someone get this animal.
So I guess we should, do we want to like discuss the advice and like rate it? I know that, Hassan and I are both parents, so maybe we can attest to like, do you feel like you have no social life now that you have a child? Do you feel like that or not?
True. Considering Idris didn't go to bed or he didn't fall asleep till like midnight last night, I'm like, where am I? I have no evenings anymore. I can't do anything.
That does get better. I will say that, since my child is a little older and more self-sufficient, so that part does get a little better.
Yeah.
I would never recommend paying $200 or $300 an hour for babysitting. That's incredible, but
wait,
that
was Matt's rate.
Katie's like, I'll do it for free.
did you not see my tweet?
Yeah, Katie's right. You're looking for something, right? And there's
help.
Just make the connection.
Listen, I told her that I have sent Olaf my resume and cover letter for screening purposes.
Uh-huh.
My rates are astronomically lower.
Amazing. I mean, good childcare is hard sometimes. I highly recommend having grandparents nearby to be free babysitting. I highly recommend that. But then like when they get tired of it, you need a backup for sure, because you don't want to like extend your parents out too much. So
also true. Rob Reactor in the chat.
What?
Oh, Rob, I miss you.
Hi.
I haven't seen you around.
Oh my gosh. I feel
Rob says, I'm so excited you're doing this on YouTube. I've definitely been sleeping on the whole podcast revolution. It's so nice to see all of your lovely faces.
Rob, this is like,
it's good to see you.
I really do feel like a celebrity has entered.
Honestly, a celeb in the chat.
Rob, you should be on the podcast.
That would be great. You want to be our Valentine?
One of our Valentines?
Yeah,
that would be amazing. Set it up. I love how we're
put
like
you on the spot,
him
Rob,
already.
Seriously,
like, what if all he responds with is no?
Let me check.
He just doesn't respond anymore.
That's like
just
no.
like awkward and just leaves.
Rob Reactor has left the chat. I didn't know.
Nice.
I didn't know that this is what this was.
So
cool.
There was also a suggestion, I think, Karen, right, about one thing that we could talk about in relation to what PTX was saying about, it'd be fun to do like a lullaby album.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm in big support of, but we kind of wanted to kind of field this question with you guys as well. Are there lullabies like that you remember from your childhood that your parents sang to you, or something that you sang to your own children, if you have them, that you would recommend for such a compilation? And I don't know. I know that's kind of emotional. Katie's going to probably cry at us or something if we bring up anything anything too sensitive, but I mean, I remember writing a little song that Lila used to make me sing to her every night. And then abruptly, like overnight, she's like, I don't want that anymore. She won't let me sing it. So yeah, she's just like, no thanks. So yeah, she puts her hand over my mouth when I try to sing at home. She doesn't let me sing. Makes me sad.
We will be having a conversation.
Yeah, somebody will be like, oh, you're so lucky. Your mom gets to sing to you. And she's like, I won't let her. So, yeah. It's not very nice. Get no love in the house. But
Get ready. We will be having a chat.
This topic just turned a little sour for Karen. Oh no.
I know. Well, I was thinking about like, because I had some CDs that I would play in her room, like as I was rocking her to sleep and stuff like that, and they'd be on repeat. And I know the Moana soundtrack got a lot of play in our house. We did play that one a lot, and Frozen as well. But there was one that was like a rock and roll lullaby, and it was like a bunch of kind of rock songs that were slowed down and played on like piano or guitar.
Ooh.
And the first song was Scientist by Coldplay. And that's one that is like ingrained in my brain. Like anytime I hear that song, I immediately get sleepy because I remember like sitting in the rocking chair, like just rocking her, and then I'd be like, please fall asleep before I fall asleep. I can get out of here. So yeah, that's one that comes to my brain, even though it's not really a lullaby, but I'm curious of.
What about a song that was sung to you?
A song that was sung to me? I remember a music box that played Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. I don't remember the rest of the words, but I remember that. And that's one that's like Pavlovian. Like I hear that and I just start getting sleepy, like, because I know that was played for me. That's the only one I really remember. Well, and the I Love You Truly, Truly Dear. My mom and I used to sing that like to each other. When she first taught me how to sing harmony, she would sing that and I would sing the harmony with her. So, yeah. This is an emotional topic. We need to move on. Someone else give a suggestion.
I just think that like, okay, be prepared. We're gonna do a little bit of this for a little while. But then we're gonna go on up.
We're gonna bring it,
Just stay with me now.
Yeah.
So we are, first of all, I just think about like Kirsten singing Evergreen to this little baby and having that like sing that like every night on tour when it was still like a secret from a lot of the world, so yeah, I was thinking about that. And then my mom always used to sing You Are My Sunshine to me when I like to go to sleep to like be young, like, or to like go to sleep.
Is that why you are the way that you are? I think that's probably
why. But me and my sisters went to camp every single summer. Both of my sisters dealt with homesickness terribly. Like they were that camper that was homesick the majority of the time. I never was. The only time that I got a little sad about missing home is we were at campfire and I started singing You Are My Sunshine. And I was like, but it was all good. Now, I also, listen, I was born in 1990, so I'm do with that information what you will. But I had
1990.
Exactly. I had a blue tape, and it was one of those personalized like bedtime stories or like personalized stories, and it like for names, and like there was never anything personalized that would have like a C. H-E-I-U was always K. So like in black crayon, I would put a C. But it cracked me up because like you could tell that this person had just like gone in and like sang it and then went back in and individually put each name. So it would be like, hello, Catie. How do you do? We're gonna sing some songs for you. We've got fast ones and silly ones and some ones too, and they're all about you. We're gonna sing about Catie. We're gonna sing about Catie. And like it was like every single song it had that like I could like still sing a lot of like some of them, but it like that monotonous of like filling in the name thing kills me every time. It makes me
so
laugh.
Cute.
That's great.
That is awesome. What about you, Hassan? Did you and Maheen have anything special that you did?
So kind of like some of the right now, usually like a Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, or just singing
Sure.
the ABCs or something like that is usually what we'll sing to him. I do sometimes sing Light in the Hallway. And actually also interestingly enough, Mad World, like I just kind of hum it. I love that like tune, but like it's so like just the PTX version of it. Like it's so good. And just some random like hum some slower like Mario and Zelda tunes, like that sort of thing. But just stuff like that. It doesn't seem to always work, unfortunately, but sometimes it does, and it's just super.
You
super
are
cute.
literally the worst for singing. Like, I don't even know who you think you are.
Oh, and Run to You a little bit too. Not
sure.
add to that, but
Sure, yeah.
But yeah, and then for like growing up, I mean, for the most part, most of my family's not super like musical. Like I was probably the odd one out when I was in, like doing like music stuff in school and all that. Like so they didn't really like play a lot of music and stuff in the house growing up. But I know like my mom would sometimes sing like "You Are My Sunshine" and just "Rockabye Baby," like kind of the classic, classic stuff. But that's yeah.
Well, I really do hope they weren't just teasing us and that they really do put something together. I think that they absolutely could.
Yeah.
And Lord help us all if
I hope they're
if
not
Scott
lying.
ever becomes a father, it's gonna happen. That's gonna have to happen for Scott's
for sure.
kids.
I hope they're not lying about the album or the lullaby.
Yeah, I hope they're not lying. I hope they're telling the truth about that.
Yeah, I hope they're telling the truth too.
Yeah. I mean, there's only one way to find out.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Ref, play it back.
We were all three in on that.
I was like paying attention that time. Guys, I caught the segue. I did not get surprised.
Okay. People in the chat. Everybody look alive. Look awake. We need y'all. So here's what we're gonna do. We are I just like immediately took over. Somebody else can explain it.
No, you do it.
Okay.
Go for it.
I just like went into teacher mode. I'm really sorry. Oh my God, Catie, you're so funny. Haha. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 truths and a lie. And I want the people in the chat to guess which one is our lie. And should we do like how quickly they guess our lie? That's how we determine a winner.
Sure.
Well, we don't need a winner because we don't have an outro song.
That's true.
There's no way. It's just fun and games. No pressure.
We're just fun.
No pressure.
And there is a bit of a delay too on the chat. So yeah.
Well, I was the one who proposed this game, but I'm also the only one who didn't sit there like this for like 3 minutes to compose mine. So you two are going first.
I don't really appreciate the shade of
this was at
improvisational. Sorry.
For those waiting in the chat at 9:30, you're like, so wait, why are we not live? It's because I'm like, wait, 2 truths and a lie.
Like they were literally like carry the 4, mark through the 7, like put this on, and I was like, I'm gonna wing it. Like in my head right now, I have no idea.
All right, I can go first if you want. I have it written out.
Sounds good.
You have it written down, don't you?
I there's no way I would have remembered otherwise. I would have totally given it. I would have been like, so this is happening and this, and then also maybe like totally coming up with a lie right away. Okay, here we go. So first one is I played mellophone in marching band in high school. Okay. Second one is I was the assistant director of the intercultural festival at my university.
Okay.
Wait, say that one again.
I was the assistant director of the Intercultural Festival at
Okay.
my university.
Okay.
And the third one is I founded a Dungeons and Dragons club in my high school.
Why do all three of those check?
I would buy all three of those.
Like if you were just telling us a story and you would say any of those, I'd be like, sure, yeah.
Yeah. Everyone in the chat, post what you think.
I
Let
know,
us
because
know.
I feel like I have an answer, but I want to see what y'all think first.
Now there is going to be a little bit of a delay too. So
right.
I feel like by the time you answer, they may have already posted their answer, maybe, because it takes a little time.
Right.
So I can guess.
Well, never mind. It was actually pretty quick. Robin's already on
wow.
it. So Robin says the first one is a lie. So does Rob about mellophone.
I completely agree. Because I'm pretty sure you played something different.
I feel like I would have known that. But now I don't know what it would have been because well,
shall I?
I also have questions about D&D because that's another thing that I'm like. I feel like we would have talked about that. Like you're a gamer, but I didn't know you were like.
All right, Taylor agrees 1, 2.
Taylor says 1. Everybody seems to be going for the first one. Ben says 1 or 3.
1 or 3. Denai says 3 question mark.
Denai says 3.
I'm with them. I'm gonna say D&D, but it's not. Yeah, let's okay.
Okay, so let's see. I'll say that the assistant director of the Intercultural Festival at the university was true.
Okay.
The mellophone and marching band in high school, true. I played flute in middle school and also a little bit in high school in concert band, but marching band. And French horn in high school. So then mellophone.
I knew that you played other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, marching band was all mellophone. I've actually never played D&D before. So
excellent.
Yeah, I love this. Learn something new about you every time.
Okay.
Way to go. All right, Hassan or Kieran, you ready?
Yeah. Is it my turn? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 1. Every pet I've ever had has been named after food or drink. Okay. Number 2. I have been with my husband for 19 years total. And sorry, I can't read my handwriting. Number 3. The first time I ever swam in salt water was in the Mediterranean.
Interesting. Give everyone in the chat a moment to think. The first one, I'm like thinking through the names. I'm like, okay, I know this one. I know. Trying to check it against the list.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think in the chat? Let us know. Robin says the second is a lie.
Okay.
And the second's about how long you've been with your husband, right?
Yes.
That was that one.
Something is off about that number.
I feel like that's one of those ones where it's just the number is slightly.
But I can't do the math because if I remember this correctly, it was like junior year.
Taylor says 3 is a lie.
Listen, I got the whole. We sat there with a glass of wine. I heard the whole story.
We did, yeah.
Most everyone's saying 3. 3 is the one where like I would have no frame of reference to know if that's truth or lie. Or, I
Okay,
don't know.
I know she has churro, which is a food, but I can't remember the name of any other animal. I feel like 19 is off.
I think also, yeah.
And
The second one.
What's the third one? Again? Oh, the Mediterranean. That's too cool for that not to be true.
Okay. Should I reveal it now?
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone's answered, I think. Okay. About my pet names, that is correct. I have a dog named Churro. My previous dogs were Pretzel and Foster after Foster's beer. And I had a cat when I was a kid named Tuna. So, and I had fish named Bacon, Lettuce, and Tomato. I forgot about them.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. Okay, so that is true. When I was 18, I went with my choir to Europe, and the very first time I ever swam in the ocean was with them. So long before I ever swam in the Atlantic or the Pacific, that is true. I was in the Mediterranean. So the lie is that I've been with my husband for 19 years. That is not true. It is 23. So
was I right? Junior year?
Senior year.
I was close.
You were close. Yes, he is my high school sweetheart. And we did start dating in my senior year of high school. So yeah.
Nice.
Very good.
Love it.
So a lot of you got that right. And then some of you did not. So, but mostly right. Fun. I want to hear Catie's now, since I definitely don't know what she's going to say.
So these are literally coming out of my very tired brain.
If it's anything about like injuries or accidents, that's true.
Oh, I really should go. I really should go ER child. Okay, I'll go ER child. All right. This okay. When I was 5 years old, I was in the backyard playing with my cousins, and I was running backwards and fell in a hole and dislocated my hip. That's one. Two, I'm gonna keep going with injuries because this is how often this stuff happens.
Okay, great.
Two, senior year of high school, we had the honor of having Doop Doop, the pianist, the original pianist for Wicked, come and actually like accompany us on our senior show that we did for our music and drama troupe. And we were doing One Short Day, and I was so excited to watch him playing it, and I didn't look where I was dancing, and I totally busted it in front of a crowd of people, including him. And I said, there goes my acting career. Trying to think of another injury. Hold on. What have I done? Oh, I went on a Tinder date, it was our fourth date, a guy from Tinder, and his roommate's dog bit my face.
Catie, all of those happened. You have to tell a lie. All of those things definitely happened to you.
I think I have at least a decent idea, but we'll let the chat. Rob already says two is a lie.
Wow, it was so detailed though. I don't know. Is that how she's gonna fool us, by giving us too much?
Maybe it's her worst nightmare rather than what actually happened. Denies is 3.
Oh, 3.
Robin says the second one.
Oh, wow.
Taylor says number 2.
I really feel
the
like
buff plankton just says hello.
Just says hello. Hi. I really feel like we had this conversation about the dog. Maybe I'm making it up.
So I feel like enough people have guessed in the chat to make our guesses. I remember the story about the third one.
Okay.
So plus also, to be fair, Catie was like, let me think of another story of which if it was a lie, you would have probably.
And I also showed you the scar. I was like, here it is.
Yeah.
That is my telltale
remember.
sign. Listen, if I go on a Tinder date, first of all, my 2 friends that are still my friend after that experience, because the guy didn't take me to the emergency room or to the whatever. My friends had to meet me there. And so now whenever I go on a date, they're like, I cannot go to NB360 tonight. Please just be careful.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my radar of how great a date goes. Unfortunately, the second one did happen. His name was Doop. And his hands, it was that part where it goes together and enjoy, and it like goes really fast. And I was like,
yeah,
this is really happening. And the floor was slippery, and I just
bit it. Okay.
The lie was that I dislocated my hip when I was 5.
I was gonna say you did that when you were like 7 or something. 3?
I was 3.
Catie.
I was 3.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. But the fact that I could do that with just my injuries.
It's impressive.
You fooled everyone too. Not a single person guessed.
Yeah, no one guessed right.
Mm-hmm.
If we had a winner, you would be the winner of this game because you lied very well.
Thanks. Listen, that's what you get for doing it on the fly. Like it just came out of my mouth.
That's true.
I had to remember. I was gonna like lie about something else, and then I was like, no, if I've already done the one lie, I need to tell the truth.
Excellent. That was fun, guys.
Yeah, I like playing the games with the chat and kind of
I do.
Hearing what they say. That's always cool.
Does somebody just want to put like a fact and we have to guess if it's a truth or a lie?
Oh, Rob's like, wow, I know nothing, obviously.
Amazing.
Well, Rob, that means we need to come on the podcast and learn something.
We'll have to play the game with Rob.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
We've
already scheduled your whole visit.
To Rob. We can be like, let's react to Rob.
Let's react to Rob.
React to Rob reacting to PTX, reacting to...
I'm in.
I'm in, but also reacting to Rob. Reacting to... No one's gonna let me guess. Come on, guys. Give me that. Come on.
There's a little bit of a lag.
There is.
I know. I'm impatient.
Oh my gosh. Well, I guess as a reminder, while everyone's there as well, for those that are either watching this later or listening to the audio later, also comment or tweet us your answers to the game as it happens. And
that'd be fun.
It'd be fun to hear.
One short day in the Emerald City. Dang it, Catie. That's going to be in my head forever. One short day to have
that would be hands down one of the coolest things I've ever experienced.
Wait, okay.
Wait,
Rob?
wait.
What?
I think he said he once. He once brushed.
Once.
Okay. That.
Not Julia Roberts.
Is it like it was someone else?
Julia Roberts' mom.
Or maybe it was twice. That's funny. I bet it happened.
That's so
it's so
specific
random.
That so
Rob, why were you with Julia Roberts? What happened? What's going on?
How did you meet her? That's exciting. That's a famous person.
Yeah, like an A-list situation.
Very A-list.
She got together with Richard Gere for like a pretty woman is like 20 years old.
20. Okay.
Maybe that's wrong. I don't know.
That
That sounds right. 20.
I think it's a little older than that.
Hey Alexa, how old is Pretty Woman?
Pretty Woman was released 32 years and 1 month ago.
Wow.
Okay, so Alexa just called me old to my face. I don't really appreciate that.
Listen, I was going with 20 and I was gonna let us like
I'm
live
definitely
with that,
I'm definitely in that camp of like the things that are in the 80s still feels like 20 years ago. Like you'd be like, oh, that's 20 years ago. And it's like, no, it's 40 years ago, Karen. I'm like, oh, okay.
All right. Answer from Rob. It's true, but an accident.
Well, I would hope so, Rob.
Why does that check out? And also, like, I guarantee you his cheeks were so red. Taylor, not Canfield. Honestly, yeah. No, that's true, Taylor, because you need to be more specific and say that Hallelujah at Canfield was your favorite.
That's rude. That's really rude to talk about, Catie, I think, but
It is.
watch the Imagine music video in class.
I think that's true.
That seems true.
I hope it's true. That's really nice.
That would be really nice. I am envious of people that get to be like in school or be teachers during the Pentatonix era, because I was already out of school for that. I didn't get to do that with my teachers.
Yeah.
Doing it with the original album era was great because I used to like literally assign
Oh,
home
yeah.
and go by the album. Am I tired? I am. I got up at 5. This is normally the part in the podcast where I like.
Yeah, Catie usually does the podcast from bed, and that's the best.
This
Why
is
not?
multitasking because
Yeah,
I go to
it's
sleep
efficient.
right after.
Yeah. To be fair, we
Exactly.
don't usually, or we haven't videoed it in the past. So we have to get
True.
used to.
So listen,
Everyone can
apparently I
see.
have no shame.
Yeah. You should take us
Well,
to
I
wash
think-
your face. That would be the best way to end this.
With my cat ears.
I love it. I love it so much.
Well, on that note, we probably should start to wrap things up. Oh, Robin says, yes,
Yeah.
it's truth. It was a birthday special. So
Oh,
There you
go.
nice. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, this was fun. I liked
Yeah.
kind of hanging out with everyone in the chat as well,
I
and
did
catching up.
too.
This was good times. Good times. So we'll be back next month sometime. Again, the audio episodes will be posted the first Friday of every month. So before that, sometime we'll be popping up live on YouTube to record and hang out with y'all as well. So I guess as we wrap things up, it's time to give out our social media handles in case you want to reach out to us. So Catie and Karen, where can people find you online?
I am Kat Hancock on Twitter, and I am C Hancock223 on Instagram.
And I am that Karen girl on Twitter. That's at KPICK81 and KL Pickens81 on Instagram that I apparently
She doesn't think that's a
shaded
platform to
earlier because I
socialize
don't.
on.
It's not a good social platform. Yeah. Okay.
Find me on WhatsApp.
Yeah, we're all on WhatsApp.
Right?
Here's my number. No. I'm on Twitter at HassanAhmed120. That's HASSANAHMED120. And on YouTube here at youtube.com/theworldof.
Ah.
You can also find our podcast on Twitter and Instagram at That's PTX To Me. Or, you can email us at That's PTX To Me @gmail.com. And our website is That's PTXToMe.com. Thank you all, as always. Take care, and we'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.